The initial starting five, the Ramblers to counter with White, Hicks, Osborne, Thomas, and Devin Turk. And the Ramblers will have the basketball first to start things off here in the second half. Ramblers to attack the basket to our left. Cleveland State opens up man-to-man defensively. And the Ramblers with an 11-point lead. White drives on the left baseline, shovels it off to Osborne, who flushes it home on the right block with the right hand. Another assist for Kiki White. And Osborne, his fourth point of the afternoon. Back to a 13-point lead for the Ramblers, 39-26. Here's Bryn Forbes, hesitation, dribble, runner in the lane to the right hand. Shot doesn't go, and the rebound comes out to Turk. Outlet right to Kiki White. White up the far sideline, refeeds a trailing Turk. Fires a three left wing, got it. It's a 16-point lead by the Ramblers, who have scored the first five in the second half. Gary Waters wants time. We'll take it with him. Just 49 seconds into the second half. The Ramblers on a 5-0 run. Stephon Robinson back live courtside here inside Gentile Arena. The Ramblers led it by 11 at the break, and they've scored the first 5 points in the second half. It's now a 42-26 edge for the Maroon and Gold. Cleveland State, the basketball, looks to answer. Mason triggers a three right wing. He airballed it, saved on the left baseline by Forbes into the hands of Turk, who lost it and couldn't gather it in for the Ramblers. Goes out of bounds, baseline left. And it'll stay with Cleveland State. 14 on the Viking shot clock. They'll inbound just to the left of the rim into the form of Sebastian Douglas. 18:51 to play. Second half, they dump it to the right block across the lane to Mason, who lays it up and in off the inbounds play. And Marlon Mason has his 8th point of the afternoon. Now full court pressure applied by the Vikings. Ramblers get it into Devin Turk in backcourt, and he'll send it over to Kiki White. Full court now to Osborne. 42-28. Ramblers by 14. Just underway here, second half. White dances on the dribble out high. He's matched up with Charlie Lee. Drifts to his right, back to his left, running Osborne screen at the foul line. Crosses over on Long. Pull-up jumper from 15. Shot doesn't go. Rebound to Thomas. Up with the right hand. Fouled on the way in. Shot came up short, but Christian Thomas will go to the line for a pair of strokes. Foul line to my right. The clock stopped. 18-17 to play. The Ramblers a 14-point lead.
You know, I think Osborne actually ran into Kiki White on his shot, causing it to deflect off the rim, but great second attempt there by Christian Thomas.
Thomas, a game-high 15 points on the afternoon, make it 16 as he knocks down his first charity toss this trip. Thomas now 5 of 7 from the stripe as Long's going to come out. Tim Kamjak, the lone senior for the Vikings, back into the fray for Gary Waters Ball Club. Kamchek made his 105th consecutive start today. That's the third longest consecutive streak in CSU history. Thomas makes good on both. 17 now for the sophomore out of St. Louis, and the Ramblers a 16-point lead. 44-28. Just about 2 minutes gone by second half. Here's Kamchek at the right point, up top over to O'Leary. Out of Lee. Mason to the right wing. Back up top to Lee. Sends it left point to Forbes. Forbes a jump pass. On the baseline to Douglas. Douglas matched up with Turk. Sends it over to Kamchek. Right side of the lead. Back to Kamchek. Baseline jumper on the right of the key. Doesn't go. It was too strong. The weak side rebound comes out to Jordan Hicks. 17:41 to play. Thomas tried an entry feed in the post. It was broken up by Mason, but run down by White. The Ramblers retain possession with 22 to shoot. Here's White. Angles right of the circle. Picks up his dribble, now a bounce mid-post right for Osborne. Lobs it down low on the block to Turk. Turk catching, turns on Douglas, fires a 10-foot jumper baseline right. Came up short, and the rebound comes out to Mason. Mason ahead to Lee. Lee above the arc to Forbes now on the left side. Takes the top of the wheel, out front in the right wing now to Lee. Lee drifts toward the right baseline. Shovels off for Mason, who missed the dunk, but we have a whistle and a foul first. Foul's going to go against Devin Turk. So Devin's going to pick up his first. And that's going to be team foul number 1. Whistled against the Ramblers here in half number 2. So that's going to send Marlon Mason to the line. Mason on the year, 75%. He's 1 of 2 from the stripe this afternoon. He has 8 points to lead the way for the Vikings. The 6'6", 210-pound sophomore out of Detroit, Michigan. Free throw rolls out. Cleveland State now 4 of 7 for the stripe today. O'Leary and Crispin come in for the Ramblers. The Ramblers now with O'Leary, Hicks, Thomas, Crispin, and Kiki White, the 5 on the floor. One more to come for Mason. The right-hander sends the second. That one's good. So he splits his pair. 9 points for Marlon Mason. He went for 10 in the first matchup back in January in downtown Cleveland. The Rambler lead is trimmed to 15. 44-29 our count. Just about 3 minutes gone by. Second half, Crispin motors in the forecourt against Bryn Forbes, who stays stride for stride in the man-to-man defense. Now O'Leary left point, shovels off between the rings to Kiki White. He'll retreat out near the time stripe, matched up with Lee in the dribble. Angles right around the Thomas screen. Now back to his left, takes it left of the key, jump pass into the right wing. Hicks loads up a 3 over Douglas, and he got it to go. Jordan Hicks from downtown, his 7th point of the afternoon, his first tray, his 32nd of the year. Now Kamchak in his pocket, picked by Hicks to the right baseline. Outlet left over to White. White in the offensive end. Ramblers by 18. 47-29 our count. White dances in the dribble, spin move right of the key. Got caught up with Charlie Lee, and a reach-in foul called against Charlie Lee.
The Ramblers are coming down and executing their offense so well. They're shooting at a high clip shot, 58% in the first half, and continuing the scoring onslaught here in the second half.
So the Ramblers a fresh 35-second shot clock. They'll inbound baseline right. Lob feed to nobody. Stolen away by Douglas. Douglas into the forecourt now. He'll pound the right-hand dribble and feed it to a trailing lead. Lee wants to cross over on White. Takes it to the paint. Whip out pass over to Forbes. Forbes from the left point. Takes it down the lane, and a tripping foul called against the Ramblers. Forbes winning a double team against Hicks and Crispin. And the foul's going to go against Crispin. That'll be his second, team foul number 2 on the Maroon and Gold here in half number 2.
Even though the Ramblers pick up a foul in that situation, they're not allowing Cleveland State to get any shots around the basket here. Fouled each time, players not able to see the ball go through the basket, and so just tremendous defense on their end.
Cleveland State has had to settle for a number of kind of wild runners for the vast majority of this ball game so far. Lee is step back 3 in the right corner, doesn't go, and the rebound is collared by Jordan Hicks. Now quickly Hicks into the offensive end, feeds the post. Avercamp and a double team up the right hand as he spun into the lane with the right pivot. Doesn't go, and the rebound comes to Forbes. He'll send it to Lee in the right wing. Now feed the post. Mason spins baseline, had his shot rejected away by Ben Avercamp, the senior out of Germantown, Wisconsin. The Ramblers go on offense with an 18-point lead. 47-29 White. On the dribble, spins on Douglas, shovels it off across the lane. Broken up by Mason. Up ahead, Douglas now. Douglas far sideline, drives on Hicks, takes to the right baseline, gives to Lee now left side. Over to Mason, who had his shot blocked by O'Leary, out of bounds. The Ramblers have knocked down 3 of 6 here in the second half, and now lead Cleveland State 47-29. 15-16 to play second half. Here's Lee, head and shoulder fake. His runner on the left baseline is good with the right hand. He got by Leonard Kubo and knocked down a little baby jumper. So Lee now has 9. And it's 47-31. The Ramblers by 16 with the rock. Here's O'Leary, hands off to DeCubo, runs into Kamchak near the time stripe. Here comes the double. Now O'Leary, no look past Crispin, drives right baseline, feeds a trailing Hicks, who lays it up and in right down Broadway. Jordan Hicks got loose for the deuce. Finger rolled it up and in with the right hand. He has 9. And with 14:44 to play, the Ramblers are back up by 18. 49-31.
Jordan Hicks so effective going to the basket. I mean, he's nearly 100% today. And shots in the lane, I'm sure.
Hicks has 9. He's 4 of 5 from the field. Forbes a step back 3 over Crispin is good. Bryn Forbes, who leads this ball club at a 39% clip from beyond the arc, has his 7th point of the night, his 60th tray of the year. London Motors forecourt. Ramblers lead at 49-34. 14-13 to play second half. The sophomore point guard, Leonard Kubo, out of Conant High School, bounced off the basketball by Douglas, no foul call, gets it away to Crispin. Mid-post right now, Avercamp backs in on Long, wheels into the lane, can't get loose. Good defense by Long, sends it ahead Crispin. Crispin's spin move was tied up by Charlie Lee, and a held ball is called. Possession arrow is going to favor Cleveland State to the 13:56 mark.
Ramblers having struggles that time. Ben Avercamp not able to get free for a shot. But I like the fact that they're still continuing to pound the ball inside. This is going to be very good for them as they go forward in postseason play. See Coach Moser sending many players into the game, getting good experience at this point in the game, and so this is going to be a good thing for them.
13:51 to play, second half. 49-34, Ramblers by 15. Forbes, a runner in the lane. Another wild shot off the heel of the rim. Rebound comes down to Devin Long, and Long falls down on top of Avercamp, the left baseline. And we're going to have to see. The whistle was blown by Bill Nikitas right before the play. It's going to be a personal foul called, and it's going to go against Ben Avercamp. So Ben's going to pick up his second. That'll be team foul number 3. Whistled against the maroon and gold here in half number 2. So 13:43 to go. Cleveland State inbound. Fresh 35-second shot clock. They get it into Charlie Lee on the dribble against White. Up top, Kamchek. Head and shoulder fake. Works to his left. Pull-up jumper just inside. The arc comes up short. Lead feed to Thomas. Ramblers from behind. He's fouled by Kamchek. A whistle and a foul call. So it kept Thomas from converting the breakaway layup attempt. Kamchek picks up the personal foul. That's going to be his first. Team foul number 3 on Cleveland State here for the second half. Clock stopped, 13:32 to play. Thomas back to the line. He's gotten wealthy from the stripe today as Thomas going 6 of 8. He has 17 points to go along with 3 rebounds. Make it 7 of 9 from the stripe. Now 18 points for Christian Thomas.
Christian Thomas has really emerged as a point leader and rebound leader here for this team. Just doing tremendous work for the Ramblers. Carrying the load while Ben Avercamp was out and showing tremendous leadership here in his sophomore season.
19 for Thomas. He had 15 on Tuesday night in Motown, where he racked up his 7th double-double of the campaign with a 15-point, 10-rebound effort, and that was after going for 31 against Kent State the previous Saturday. Here's Forbes. Jumper baseline right is good as he knocked it down over Jordan Hicks. Bryn Forbes has 9, the team's top scorer, still below his average of 12.5. 13:10 to play second half. It's 51-36. Cleveland State, however, not completely going away here in the second half. Hicks has it, right wing around a Thomas screen. Now feeds Thomas, who takes a giant step to the rack, but has fouled his way in. Foul called against Tim Kamchek. That'll be his second. Team foul number 4. It's going to send Thomas back to the line. Where he's 8 of 10 today. 19 points. Game high honors by a lot. He's the only player for either ball club in double figures in scoring so far today.
Absolutely, and you saw him at the use of the jump shot in the first half. One of the things the coach told us he was able to do, and we hadn't seen much of this season, it's really going to expand his ability to get to the basket here in future games.
12:58 to play. 51-36, the Ramblers by 15. Christian Thomas has been to the line 59 times in the last 6 games. With Avercamp missing the last 6 games, those post-concussion symptoms, Thomas has taken the team lead in free throw attempts, and he misses here. So Thomas now 8 of 11. Marlon Mason back into the fray for Gary Waters Ball Club as Tim Kamchek takes a seat. Thomas, one more foul shot to come. Ramblers by 15. It's 51-36. Right-handed sophomore eyes the hoop. He's going to send the second one. That one came up short as well. Rebound back tapped out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Ben Avercamp, and Cleveland State will take over possession here, trailing by 15. 51-36 our count. 12:57 to play. Second half here in Rogers Park in the regular season finale for both ball clubs. Lee off a screen to Forbes, the foul line, tried to dump it down low to Devin Long. Cleveland State wanted a deflection, but no sale, so the Ramblers take over on the Cleveland State turnover.
Yeah, that time Forbes a little bit out of control as he came around that screen. There really nobody there to pass to.
Vikings show full court pressure after the turnover, their 5th of the afternoon. As White motors into the forecourt for the Ramblers, guarded by Lee. 2 hands a pass to Thomas. Now on the right wing comes Turk. Turk matched up with Lamamba. Here comes the double. Needs to step through it. Tries to do so, but a timeout first. As Porter Moser, the second-year Rambler head boss, was quickly off the bench. The action happening right in front of the Ramblers bench. And Porter Moser wanted to save that possession. Called time. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 12:35 mark here in the second half. The Ramblers a 15-point lead, 51-36 our count.
Well, it was a heads-up play by Coach Moser that time to call a timeout. One of the things that Devin Turk does is, because he's looking for his shot so much and trying to create, sometimes holds the ball a little bit too long. It causes him to get tied up in a double team, and so he's got to move the ball a little more quickly.
Rambler basketball is presented by the Caputo Cheese Market, located at 1931 North 15th Avenue in Melrose Park. The Caputo Cheese Market is open 7 days a week and carries over 1,000 cheeses, as well as oils, vinegars, spices, pasta, and a wide range of deli items. They also offer numerous freshly baked items in their fricasseria. The Caputo Cheese Market, proud alumni sponsors of Rambler basketball. So the Ramblers, with 21 seconds remaining on their shot clock, will inbound right in front of our microphone. Jordan Hicks set to do the honors. Inbounds pass contested by Bryn Forbes. Top of the circle now, Avercamp, head and shoulder fake, drives on Devin Long, gives to Hicks and fades, fires from 15, and he got it to go. Jordan Hicks in double figures with 11. 11th time he has reached double figures in scoring, and the Ramblers lead at 53-36. A 17-point edge for the Maroon and Gold. Forbes, right corner, jumper, rolls out, rebound, Kiki White. White wants to turn and go up the near sideline now through the center circle to the forecourt. Crosses over on Lee. Got an edge, shoveled off to Avercamp. Couldn't handle the pass into the hands of Hicks. He'll square up a three. Right wing doesn't go. Avercamp back tap, and the offensive rebound. The Ramblers will reset the offense with 11:55 to play. Here's White, jump stop, right of the key, Avercamp. 15-foot jumper is sweet. Ben Avercamp has 6, and the Ramblers lead it 55-36. And there's going to be a foul after the made basket. It's going to go against Charlie Lee. So Avercamp gets credit for the basket, and Ben has his 6 points. 11:43 to play, second half. Ramblers 55, Cleveland State 36. Off the inbounds play, Cleveland State with the steal. Devin Long finishes the layup with the right hand. They pick the pocket of Devin Turk. Devin Long now with 4, and it's 55-38. Rambler lead cut to 17, 11:25 to go. Cleveland State now full court pressure, as Gary Waters' ball club does not want to go away quietly into the night. Ramblers led it by 11 at the break, but they've been outstanding here in the second half. Here's Hicks on the wing right side, drives on Forbes. A flip above the arc. Thomas sends a two-handed pass to Turk, who loads up a 3. Left wing shot doesn't go, and the weak side rebound controlled by Forbes. Up ahead, Lee. Lee up the far sideline between the legs of the dribble. Here comes the double, sends it right side, Lamamba. Lamamba matched up with Turk. Jump stop in the lane, right of the key. Tried to kiss it home, shot doesn't go. Devin Long kept the rebound alive and run down by Mason. Now Forbes left of the key. His runner from 5 doesn't go. Offensive board, Devin Long put it off. Put it back up and in for Devin Long with the right hand. Nobody blocked out Devin Long. He got the offensive rebound of the putback, give him 6. And just like that, Cleveland State scored 4 straight. They're back within 15, 55-40. Kiki White above the arc, right side to Hicks. He's guarded by Forbes. Right baseline, Avercamp. Works on Mason. Top of the circle, White. He'll tee up a 3 straight on. Nothing but net from out front. Kiki White has 8 points as he buries the 3 ball, just his 8th of the year, but it's a big one. The Ramblers regain an 18-point lead, 58-40. As we descend toward the midway part of this second half, and a runner on the right-hand side of the lane drew contact. Fouls called against Kiki White at the other end. That'll be his first. Team foul number 4. The 6'5", 185-pound freshman out of Montreal, Quebec, goes to the line for Cleveland State. He's 70% by year. Free throw on the way, got it. Nothing but net from Lamamba. He's on the board, his first point of the afternoon. Chrisman, Osborne come in. Hicks and Avercamp take a seat. 10:04 mark here in the second half. 58-41, one more foul shot to come for Lamamba. Ramblers a 17-point lead. Second one, that one rolls off the left-hand side of the 10. And Thomas pulls down the rebound for the Ramblers. Here's White up the near sideline. Cut off right of the key, takes it back out above the young. Got free by Thomas, ball screen, now calls for a cutter. Two-hands a pass to Chrisman above the arc right side, matched up with Forbes. High post feed to Osborne. He'll turn, step back. 3 in the air, came up short. And the rebound comes out to Bryn Forbes. Forbes up the near sideline. Ramblers lead it by 17, 58-41. Here's Long left of the key. Turns on Osborne. Whip out pass to Forbes. Forbes on the left baseline. His runner from 10 doesn't go. Rebound to the weak side, pulled down by Lamamba. A whistle and a foul call. They're going to get Turk They're going to say Turk touched the basketball and his left foot might have been across the baseline. So Cleveland State now with the basketball, a fresh 35, 9:27 to play second half. They get it into Lee. He'll tiptoe right baseline and traffic and a blocking foul called against the Ramblers. I believe they'll get Devin Turk this time. They do.
Yeah, it's a little late coming over for the help side defense there, but he made a great effort to rebound the ball previous possession. Ramblers have to continue to execute on offense and defense. This is so important as they go forward in their next game to make sure that they're performing crisply.
9:24 to play, 58-42 as Charlie Lee knocks down the first. Charlie Lee in double figures now. He has 10. Top assist man in the Horizon League, averaging 4.8 dimes per contest is Charlie Lee, the 5'9" sophomore point guard out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Second one, nothing but net again. So Lee has 11. And it's 58-43, a 15-point lead for the Ramblers with the basketball. Crispin runs the baseline against full court Cleveland State pressure. Ramblers break it, forecourt. Hicks drives in, at his pocket picked almost by Lee, but it ends up in the hands of White, who lays it in the right block. Charlie Lee gave up on the play as he was talking to the officials, wanting a travel call. And in doing so, White was wide open to the right block, who laid it up and in for his 10th point of the night. Here's Mason, blows off the wing left side, kicks it right corner Lamamba, up top Forbes, squares up an open look three, can't get it to fall in the rebound, controlled by Hicks for the Ramblers. Ramblers by 17 with the rock, 60-43, White motors forecourt, brings it back out above the arc, top of the circle. Now gives it Osborne, and the right wing comes Hicks. Has an Osborne screen, rolls left. Now they cycle on the left wing over to Crispin. Crispin takes the top of the circle, shovels off Osborne. He's going to tee up a three again, straight on. This time he knocks it down. Nick Osborne has 7. It's the Ramblers by 20, 63-43 our count, 8:26 to play second half. Charlie Lee into the offensive end, angles left of the circle, gives the Lamamba out high, crosses over on Hicks, crosses over again into the paint, drew contact, shot doesn't go, rebound back tapped, and a whistle and a foul called against the Ramblers. They're going to get Joe Crispin. That'll be his third. Team foul number 6 called against the Maroon and Gold. Thomas is going to check out. O'Leary comes back in. And Nick Osborne's also going to take a seat as Ben Averkamp checks back into the fray for the Maroon and Gold. Ramblers with Hicks, Crispin, Averkamp, O'Leary, and White. Off the inbounds play, they get it to Lee. High post feed, Devin Long. Power dribble, and he spikes it home with the right hand as he went down the right-hand side of the lane. Devin Long has 8. Ramblers by 18, 63-45. We hit the 8-minute mark here in the second half. Hicks in backcourt, puts the ball in the deck. Here comes a double with Kamchek and Lamamba, and he passes it into the forecourt to O'Leary. O'Leary quickly shovels off to Kiki White, who stands near the time stripe on the dribble against Charlie Lee. Angles right. Up top, over to Averkamp, looking inside into the right corner. Hicks, he'll load up a three. Right pocket, got it. Jordan Hicks from downtown. 14 for the senior out of Rochester, Minnesota. And the Ramblers lead it by 21, 66-45, 7.5 to play. Long left of the key, backing in on Averkamp. Wheels into the lane, up with the right hand, got it to go. Devin Long in double figures, he has 10. 5th time he's reached double figures this year with 7:17 to play, 66-47. Ramblers with the lead. Here's Hicks, left baseline, ran it up with the right hand, shot didn't go, got his own rebound, kicks it right corner White. His 3 attempt rolls off the 10. Averkamp, the offensive rebound, and a reach-in foul called on Cleveland State. Adler here in Rogers Park, 7:02 to play. It's the Ramblers by 19, 66-47 over visiting Cleveland State. John Fitzgerald alongside former Rambler forward Stephon Robinson. This final Saturday in the regular season, the Ramblers looking for the season sweep of the Vikings. They can hold on for the final 7:02. Ramblers inbound to Ben Averkamp out near the time stripe. He's matched up with Tim Kamchek. Now to Kiki White. White runs the point, guarded by Lee. High post feed O'Leary on a give and go to Hicks, who reverse lays it up and in. Went down the left-hand side, finished on the right. The Ramblers lead it by 21, 68-47 with 6:42 to play second half. Here's a jumper by Douglas. Did not even draw iron, but saved along. Up top, out front, 3 by Bryn Forbes. Rattles and falls, and Bryn Forbes has 12. Timeout Gary Waters with 6:34 to go in the second half. The Rambler lead stands at 18. Ramblers in their half-court offense today have been absolutely outstanding. Not only moving the basketball, but when it comes down to it on the arc, Hicks has converted 11 of his last 17 triple tries. That's an incredible number, well over 64% for the senior out of Minnesota. Ramblers break pressure here with 6.5 to play, 68-50. The Rambler lead stands at 18. White works the dribble left side, cross-court pass from Hicks to Crispin on the right wing, turns the corner baseline right, layup attempt with the left hand, doesn't go, but he was knocked to the ground. And Joe Crispin, who beat the defender off the dribble, drew the foul. Devin Long picks up the personal foul for Cleveland State. That's going to be their 7th. And for Devin Long, that's going to be his 3rd.
This offense motoring along here on autopilot. Many opportunities to get to the basket, and so the Ramblers are going to be, I think, in great position as they go into their postseason game.
Crispin knocks down the foul shot. Devin Long picked up his 4th, not his 3rd, excuse me, with 6:19 to play. So Crispin has his first point of the afternoon as he knocks down the foul shot. Joe 71% from the stripe this year. He was 2 of 2 from the charity stripe on Tuesday in the loss to Detroit. He makes good on both there, give him 2, and the Rambler lead is back to 20. 70-50. The maroon and gold leading here on senior day with 6:13 to play, second half. Forbes, a seductive head and shoulder fake in the left wing. A bounce now for Devin Long. Caught it in the right block. Head and shoulder fake. He went up with the right hand and laid it up and in. Devin Long has come alive here in the second half. He has 12. And with 5:57 to go, the Rambler lead cut to 18 once again. Now White motors forecourt, takes it right wing. He'll go between the legs and the dribble, bring it back out, guarded by Junior Lamamba. Now above the arc left side to Crispin. Crispin has a screen from O'Leary and rolls right off it to the top of the circle. Now Ingles right of the circle, puts the ball in the belly of Kiki White, refeeds Crispin to the right point. Crispin puts the ball in the deck, drives on Lamamba at the right baseline, whip out pass, left corner Hicks, rises a 3. It rolled off the 10, and an offensive rebound for O'Leary. He finds Crispin out front, who knocks down a 3 ball from outside. Bullseye for Joe Crispin. He has 5, and the Ramblers lead it by 21. A reach and foul at the other end called against Kiki White, I believe, trying to defend Charlie Lee, and the foul is on White.
Looked like he shook his hand there as he came off the screen.
So White picks up his 2nd. Team foul number 7 called against the Ramblers, so bonus the rest of the way for both ball clubs. Charlie Lee to the line. But the Ramblers converting the offensive end. They now lead it by 21, 73-52. Ramblers shooting 58% from the floor on the game. Lee knocks down the first foul shot, 12 points for the point guard. He'll have 1 more to come. Ramblers 8 of 16 from the long line, 26 of 45 from the floor. Charlie Lee makes good on both, give him 13, and it's 73-54. 19-point lead for the Maroon and Gold with the basketball. Crispin in backcourt. Works the right-hand dribble. Now sends to O'Leary. 2 hands a pass forecourt, caught by Thomas in the left baseline. He'll shuffle off above the arc over to Crispin. Ramblers cycle to the right wing to O'Leary. He'll refeed White out above the arc, top of the circle. Now Crispin in the dribble, picks up his dribble. Cross court's a pass to Hicks. Left open for a second, but Lee closed on him defensively. He'll refeed Crispin the left point, 11 to shoot. Crispin drives the lane, kicks it right corner. White loads up a 3, got it! Kiki White from downtown. He has 13. The Ramblers by 22, 76-54. Every Rambler had his fingerprints touch the basketball that trip down, and results in White with his 13th point of the night. And Forbes throws it out of bounds, baseline right at the other end. So the 6th turnover of the afternoon for Cleveland State. That has not been the problem. The problem has been getting stops against this Rambler offense, which they have been unable to do so far today. With 4:32 to play, it's the Ramblers 76, Cleveland State 54. And the Ramblers continuing red-hot shooting, now 59% from the floor, knocking down 9 of 17 from beyond the arc. Here's Hicks above the arc left side around a Thomas screen, tried to feed Thomas, and the pass broken up by Mason. Finds O'Leary out front. He'll try for 3. It was a line drive, didn't go. Hicks the offensive board, put it back up and in, and the foul. Jordan Hicks on senior day has 18 and will look to make it 19 as he goes to the line, foul line to our right to convert the old-fashioned 3-point play with 4:13 to go, second half.
These are big points. This is a big performance by Jordan Hicks. I mean, really, the Ramblers' fortunes go based on his scoring. And if he's able to score in double figures, they have a much better chance of winning the basketball game.
Hicks was averaging 16 points per contest his last 3 in Horizon League play. He has 19. He had 20 on Tuesday in Detroit. 79-54. Ramblers by 25. We approach the 4-minute mark. Forbes a jump stop. Gives to Devin Long, who missed the dunk right baseline, and Gary Waters comes out of his seat in the Cleveland State bench and looks like he might be sick. And it has been a day like that for the Viking head coach.
I think this was an airball dunk. It was. If there's a such thing. My son says that sometimes. But just not able to knock that one down. Got to make those shots.
When you're down 25, to see that occur has to be a little bit disconcerting for the head coach.
Absolutely. You like to see your team operating better.
Now Cleveland State, if all falls the correct way, will stay in town all the way until Tuesday. If they happen to open up with UIC, and Hicks knifing down the lane, finishes the layup attempt with the left hand. He has 21. It's 81-54 Ramblers. Here's Lee in the right baseline. Left corner, Lamamba. He'll fire a jumper. Doesn't go. Scales the rebound. Couldn't gather it in. Deflected out of bounds. As you get a look at the mother of Jordan Hicks sitting live courtside as Lee off the inbounds play for Cleveland State misses the jumper. And it's been all Ramblers here today with 3:26 to play. 81-54 the lead for Porter Moser's Loyola Ramblers.
Doing a great job of rebounding on the defensive end today.
A bounce feed from Mason off the inbounds play, and the layup would not fall for Kamchek. The rebound collared by Nick Osborne. The Ramblers go back in the attack with 3:15 to play. Here's Turk in the left wing. To Osborne above the circle. Sends a two-handed pass right side to White. White was left wide open by Mason, but passed up at an open look. Here's Hicks off a screen. Jordan Hicks with 21 points playing in his final home game here at Gentile Arena. Top of the circle. Over to Avercamp. Avercamp drives on Kamchek. Cut off the left baseline. Howitzer's a pass to Hicks, who lays it up and in from his right hip. It falls. Jordan Hicks has 23. And he'll go to the line looking to convert the three-point play once again as the senior out of Rochester, Minnesota, absolutely having a day here in Rogers Park, and so are the Ramblers.
That was just an unbelievable job by Jordan Hicks. Really no opportunity to get the ball up as he makes that free throw for his 24th point. Incredible.
Hicks has 24, and the Rambler lead is 30. 84-54 our count with 2:49 to play. Charlie Lee head and shoulder fake. Kamchek right of the key. Can't get loose on Osborne. Lob feed to Scales. Threw it over his head. Caught by Hicks. Outlet. Over to White. White up the far sideline. Baseball feed. A pass over to Turk on the right wing. Passed up an open look. Now White top of the circle. Takes it foul line extended left. The Hicks now on the left point. Drives on Kamchek into the paint. Step back 15-foot jumper is sweet. Somebody's feeling it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we knew he could do that. I'm so glad he's showing it today.
26 for Hicks, and with 2:17 to play, the Ramblers lead it by 32, 86-54. Kamchek at three to answer at the other end is good. He can shoot it from out there. Tim Kamchek, the lone senior, has just his 5th point of the night. He came in averaging 8.2 points per contest, now 40 triples on the campaign for Kamchek. 86-57, Ramblers by 29. And Porter Moser wants to empty his bench here.
The Ramblers have done a great job today. Boone checking in. Billy Clark checking in here. But the seniors did a great job. Ben Avercamp. Jordan Hicks playing very well today. And I think playing well together. We didn't see Ben Avercamp score as many as he normally does. But I think getting back into the flow and executing well with the team.
Well, Avercamp missing the previous 6 games with that post-concussion symptoms, and he's going to come off the floor along with Jordan Hicks for the final time here on the Gentile Center hardwood. As Jordan Hicks checks out with a brand new career high in his final home game here at Gentile Arena, 26 points. Besting the 23 he had against Butler a couple of years ago. 1:43 to play. Billy Clark down the dribble left wing. 86-57. Clark's going to take it in on Mason. Up and under move, and he walked with the basketball, picked up his pivot foot in the right baseline. 96 seconds to play here, second half. It's 86-57. The Ramblers lead it by 29. They led it by just 11 at halftime. They've really flexed their muscles here in the second half. Here's Forbes, right side, a three out of the hands of Josh Ivory. Off back rim, a miss. Rebound tipped away by Scales, but into the hands of White. White lead feed, caught by Turk. Saves it in the left baseline. Billy Clark, two ends of pass to Kiki White. He's going to spread the floor with 1:11 to play. Ramblers by 29. Here's Boone. Sends it out high to White. Left side to Turk, matched up with Ivory. Head and shoulder fake, waits for a cutter, now puts the ball in the deck. High post feed to Osborne. Osborne turns on Scales, puts the ball in the deck. 12 to shoot, right of the key. Shovels off Clark. Clark's going to drive on the right baseline. Jump pass, cross court, caught by Boone. He'll put it on the deck. No look pass to White. Layup attempt doesn't go. Weak side tip in by Osborne, rims out. And the rebound controlled by Cleveland State. 42 seconds for the ball game. Ivory bobbled the dribble. How was there no over and back call there? Clark into the forecourt, drives it on Ivory, throws it to the rim. Layup attempt doesn't go, but he was hacked on his way in. How was that not over and back on Ivory?
I don't think the ref had a good look at it because he had two Rambler players surrounding. But still a great attempt by Billy Clark here to recover that basketball.
So Clark set to go to the line for the Ramblers. Billy, the native of Valparaiso, Indiana, prepped at Mount Carmel High School. He's going to eye the hoop. Free throw on the way. Rattles and falls. So Billy Clark now 2 of 3 from the stripe this year. One more to come. Shot clock is gone. Dark. 33 9/10 remain here in Rogers Park on this Saturday afternoon. 87-57. Clark misses the second. Rebound Marlon Mason for Cleveland State. He'll motor forecourt. Three on the way, left side. An air ball, but the offensive rebound tipped up and in. So Forbes with an opportunity for a three-point hit. He has 14 points now, and he'll look to make it 15. Foul line to our left as Ralph Vieira airballed the three ball, but Forbes right place, right time, and the right block to get the offensive carom and the putback.
Someone missed a blocking out assignment that time. Devin Turk blocked out his man very well. Just got to make sure they continue to play basketball.
25 seconds at a running clock here in the second half. Forbes has 15. Turk has it out near the time stripe. Porter Moser calling out no shot as he is content to let the final 14 seconds run off of this ball game. As the Ramblers lead it by 27. 87-60 our count. We talked in the open about momentum heading into the postseason, and that is exactly what they got with an outstanding ball game today, an outstanding second half.